We've all had a moment or a few where we're so locked in on a certain task, test, homework, book, video game, sport, whatever, and when you get that work done, it felt good. It was quality work. Some call this Mamba mentality, in the zone. Others call it deep work, locked in, dialed in. How do you consistently achieve this so it's not a rare occurrence for you? How do you actually achieve this? This is something I'll talk about in this video, and I'll keep it very short for you guys. So it's simple, not overcomplicated. But the simple answer, like the way to achieve this, is you become really good at focusing on one thing, keeping your attention on one thing at a time. Now, obviously, in this day and age, it's pretty much close to impossible, sadly, for most people to do that because you have hundreds of distractions at all times. You have this phone in your hand that has so many distractions on its own. There's so many distractions, so many distractions. So people, it's harder than ever. Meditation, right? You want to click off the video now. Everybody talks about it. Maybe you've tried it for a week, then you stopped. Maybe you tried it for a day and you stopped because maybe you couldn't. Your mind was running all over the place. You couldn't really focus, or you didn't know how to do it the right way. Maybe that's what it was. You didn't know what you were doing, and you're like, this doesn't work, and you gave up on it. This meditation stuff is not real. It's fake, right? That's probably what happened. Everyone talks about it, but does everyone actually do it? Everyone knows about it, but does everyone actually do it? And do they do it properly? And how consistently do they do it for? Do they do it for a few days and give up, a few weeks, few months and give up, a year and give up? That's the real question. What if you actually stuck to it? What if you actually prioritize this? How much work will you actually get done? How much greater will you be at whatever you do for work or your profession or whatever sport you play? Literally anything in life. So, quick backstory. I started meditating in middle school. I was probably 7th, 8th grade, probably like 7th grade. Happened in middle school. First time I ever started meditating. The reason why I got into meditating is because my basketball trainer brought it up. I had no idea what it was, man. I was in middle school. I don't know what that is. And most people don't even know, and they're grown adults. Anyways, now information is much easier to access with social media. Back then it wasn't. Like, I don't know when that was. That was like, what, 2012 maybe? It wasn't as easy. And I was young. So I found out about it through my basketball trainer because he was like, hey, this is what Michael Jordan did. This is what Kobe did. This is what Phil Jackson taught them. And I was a nerd. I read all the books. Michael Jordan biography, Kobe, Phil Jackson. And it is true. It is something Phil Jackson taught them to help them get in the zone quicker. Obviously, they had a lot of natural skills. But this is very useful for someone who doesn't have the raw talent, where they can also get in the zone much quicker like how they did. And imagine they have that raw talent and they combined it with that and the work ethic. That's why they were great. But anyways, that's how I first found out about it, and I started meditating. And then ever since then I would meditate, but I was never super consistent where I'm doing it every day for a year straight. Like maybe I would do it a few days out of that week. I'll miss a few days, and then same thing the following week, and then maybe I took a year off, or maybe a little bit less than that. Maybe I took off a few months. I was young, right? I was in middle school, high school. I would say I took it really serious. I want to say my last few years of high school. I remember this time very like, there was this chemistry test that we were taking. It was the hardest test ever. Like no one got an A on it besides me. And I remember when I was taking that test, I was naturally in that zone. Like I don't even know how I got it. It was because we know why, because I put repetitions of me meditating. I've practiced so much on focusing on one thing where it just naturally happened without me even thinking about it. It's the subconscious. When you do it so many times, you don't even think about it. You're just in the zone naturally. That's the point you want to get to. If I knew what I know now about meditating and being so consistent at it back then, I probably would have been able to unlock it for for more difficult tasks, or for example, like being able to unlock that in a game where there's like so many things going on, your mind racing, and being able to turn all that off and just focus on one thing in the moment. If I was able to do that, and I was able to meditate and really master that when I was in high school, who knows what I would have achieved. But I didn't get to that point where I could unlock the harder tasks. Like it would come in handy when I was taking a test or whatever. Okay? The reason why I tell you that story is because I've been practicing this for a while. Most people think they do it for a day and then bam, they unlock it. It doesn't work that way. You got to do it like for a year at least, consistently every single day, and track it and challenge yourself. Be like, hey, this is my goal. My goal before the year starts, write down on the month of December before the year starts, like write down your goals. One of your goals should be meditate for 365 days in a row. Now start small. Start with 1 minute, and every week. This is what my mentor told me back in middle school when I first started meditating. Every week, add 1 minute. So let's say you meditated this entire week consistently for 1 minute. The next week, make it 2 minutes, and keep doing that. That's how you make it a habit. And then once you get to 21 minutes, that's when you stop. Max it out at 21 minutes. That 21 for a reason, because that 1 minute is just to get comfortable, and then you lock into other 20 minutes. Now, obviously, you can meditate for an hour. Sometimes I do meditate for an hour because I just like zone out, or maybe that session I'm having a harder time focusing. It takes me an hour to zone in for that meditation session. And the whole thing you want to do like is just, I don't want to make a whole video about it. There's a bunch of YouTube videos on meditation. I want to get to the point, but pretty much you're focusing on one thing, which is your breath. Just focus on your senses and what you feel. When you're breathing, just focus on your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then like really feel your breath, like in and out, in and out, in and out. But I don't need to go into detail. There's videos on meditation. You can read books on meditation. There's so many different techniques. Just become consistent at it. And imagine, if you become consistent at this, imagine how you'll become consistent at any other new habit you try to form. And then on top of that, you're able to lock in quick because you can meditate, because you've gotten really good at meditating. So not only will this build your habit of stacking other habits in the future with consistency because you did it with this, but also, alarm went off, but also it will make anything else in the future much easier for you because you're able to get in that flow state, unlock in much quicker. Now, meditation is so powerful. Like this thing helps you with anything, like literally anything you can think of in life. Because the whole point of meditation is to stay in the moment, and you enjoy life the most when you're in the moment. So anything you can think of, this will help you with. Girls, all right, when you're having a conversation, when you're in a business meeting, when you are playing a sport, when you're lifting at the gym, when you're sitting down doing homework, when you're reading a book, when you're doing client work, when you're building a business, anything, name anything in the comment. It will help you with it because it will help you stay in the moment and focus on that task and do it so efficiently versus like you doing something, checking your phone, then going back to it. Oh, you're doing something, checking some notifications, and then coming back to it. Oh, you do something, then going to the bathroom, and then getting something to eat. Super distracted. You cannot get quality work done this way. But this, once you become really good at mastering, not even mastering, but just becoming good and consistent, making this a habit of focusing on one thing, which meditation will do that for you. This will bleed into all the other areas of your life that you're wanting to improve. I don't want to make this too long. It's already like 12 minutes. Hopefully this makes sense. I want to end it off with this. I've gotten better with it ever since I've done it in 8th grade. I'm in my 20s now, so it's been a very, very long time. And now it's coming handy for me when I'm right now building my business. I'm able to get in that flow state much quicker. Let's say I have 2 hours. I only have 2 hours to get some work done today. Those are going to be the most productive 2 hours of my life. I might get more work than someone else who did 4 to 6 hours. I might be able to get more than them done in those 2 hours. So that's what it helps me with. It helps me with, like, when I'm on team meetings, I'm able to manage my salespeople better. I'm able to lead them and teach them better because I'm zoned in on that. This comes in really handy on my sales team meetings because I'm so locked in for that 1 hour with my sales team, where I'm able to knock off everything that's on my list for that meeting for every sales rep. This comes in so handy, bro. Most people will be panicking. There's a million things going on at once. This person hitting you up, this client hitting you up, this team member hitting you up all at once while you're in this meeting. Someone calling you. This all happened today. I'm getting a call from one of my sales reps while I'm in a meeting with my copywriter, while I have family members around. And I stayed calm through all of this. Most people cannot do that. They'll start panicking. They'll be super stressed. They will hate their life. But when you do this, you unlock so much. I can make a whole separate video about how, like, this raises your frequency to actually accomplish your goals, but that's like a whole different separate video. But I just want to let you guys know, like, this thing does actually work because it's helping me personally. I'm not just like regurgitating something and just talking or reading something from a book, bro. Like, I've been doing this since 8th grade. Even before that. Middle school. I was probably like, definitely wasn't 6th grade, probably was like 7th to 8th for sure. This thing works, man. Whatever your focus is in life right now, meditating will 10x the process and help you tremendously. But hopefully you guys got something out of this video. This will help you get in that Mamba mentality, get in the zone, get in that deep work, deep flow state. This will get you to lock in quicker. This will get you dialed in so you can hit your goals. I promise. This is how you do it. This is the natural way to do it, the real way to do it. This is that real dopamine. This is that real shit. This is that organic shit. 100% natural. Anyways, if you got something out of this video, leave a comment. I love you guys. DM me on Instagram at Kareem.msk if you need help with this. Also, the link will be in the description for my Instagram to DM me. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.